Imagine living in a city where children are vanishing. This was the terrifying reality for Atlanta, Georgia, in the late 1970s. Between 1979 and 1981, a dark cloud hung over the city as children and teenagers, one after another, started disappearing from their homes and neighborhoods. Their bodies were later discovered in forests, rivers, or discarded along lonely roads. The victims all had one thing in common. They were all African American. In just 2 years, the number of victims climbed to over 29. The community was gripped by fear, and parents were terrified to let their children out of their sight. The police were baffled. Was this the work of a single, monstrous killer, or a wave of unrelated horrific crimes? No one knew for sure, but the entire city was living through a waking nightmare. Then, on the night of May 22, 1981, a single moment seemed to change everything. Police had been staking out a bridge over the Chattahoochee River, acting on a hunch that the killer was using it to dispose of bodies. Just after midnight, their patience was rewarded with a sudden, loud splash in the dark water below. A few moments later, a station wagon drove off the bridge. The police pulled it over. Behind the wheel was a 23-year-old man named Wayne Williams, who described himself as a freelance music producer. His story for being out so late was strange. He claimed he was on his way to audition a singer, but the person he named could never be verified. 2 days after this encounter, the body of 27-year-old Nathaniel Cater was pulled from the river, not far from that very bridge. Suddenly, the scattered pieces of the puzzle began to click into place. The investigation zeroed in on Wayne Williams. A forensic breakthrough came in the form of fibers. Greenish-yellow carpet fibers found in Williams' home, along with fibers from his car, were a startling match to those found on the bodies of multiple victims. Dog hairs found on the victims also matched Williams' own dog. It was the crucial physical evidence the police had been searching for. In 1982, Wayne Williams was tried and convicted for the murders of 2 of the adult victims, Nathaniel Cater and Jimmy Ray Payne. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences. Following his conviction, law enforcement announced that Williams was responsible for at least 23 of the 29 child murders, and they officially closed those cases. But here's the twist. He was never actually charged or tried for any of the children's deaths. To this day, Wayne Williams maintains his innocence, claiming he was a scapegoat framed to quell public panic. The case has been reopened and re-examined over the years, but the full truth remains elusive. Was Wayne Williams a cunning serial killer or the victim of a desperate justice system? This haunting question is what makes the Atlanta child murders one of America's most chilling and unresolved mysteries. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story compelling, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into historical mysteries.